play eye to eye. Stats on the board, heat in the booth, fast takes, deep dives, searching for truth. From the court to the field, it's precision we bring. With a mic and a metric, we dissect everything. Analytics, this, where the game gets real. Feel the data, hear the steel. Crunching numbers, calling plays. Running hot takes every day. Beyond the highlights, behind the scenes, we break it down, no in-betweens. Legacy, power, tactics, and grit. If it's in the game, we're talking it. Analytics, this, say it loud. Analytics. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. That's a quick ending.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, it's Analytics This on the Stu Spark Media Network. Thank you for joining us. It is 9 p.m. It is Friday, May 1st, May Day. So, we're May Day. So we got some stuff to talk about, Posh, don't we?
Yes. Shout out to unions and who give us, because of them, we have a weekend. I had some meat before I came because of unions. We have quality
Yeah,
meats
meat.
and
Meat.
weekend. So
course.
thank you, union. Thank you, unions.
Oh, yeah, of course. And guess what? We're going to have union people building our new stadium.
Yes.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
specifically said union only. Thank you.
Well, yeah, union job, which is great. So
Yes.
union jobs, which is great. We'll get into that. Draft. We'll do a draft review. Talk about the draft.
Wait a minute. Stop right there. Let me meditate. Muscular men. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Anyway,
Muscular men working on a stadium.
Union jobs. Yeah, union jobs with butt cracks hanging out.
Oh,
So
God.
no, you got that. So do you need? Okay, well, let me start all over again. We'll talk about the stadium groundbreaking. We'll talk about the draft, some drama with Mary Kay Cabot and the Browns, and I'm talking about other people's reactions to it. But I wanted to point something out that ties into the draft that really nobody put two and two together to see what Mary Kay was doing.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Also, check out the sponsor of the show. I can put it in the comments if you want to put it in the comments. AllThatButter.com, beard butter and other health and beauty products. Check it out. Click on the link. Order up some of this stuff. Oh, promo code STEW15, Stu15, STEW15, 15% off your order. Right there. Thank you for joining us. I am Lou Marconi at OMarconi251 on Instagram, at OMarconi1973 on X. My friend and co-host, Posh, at Posh_Clevelander on X. You can find her there. She has content. She's my UFL specialist and good friend of the show. Thank you for joining us. And so let's go into the Mary Kay Cabot stuff because everybody's talking about it. And guys, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. We love the comments. We love all that. I'm actually going to put in a comment myself to all for the sponsor of the show. But go ahead. You want to go first, or you want me to rant on it?
I'm just retweeting the show, dear. I want to hear your take.
Okay.
I want to hear your take. I'm just retweeting the show, dear. I want to hear your take because, guys, when it's Friday, we want to give you a different take. That's what I love about you, Lou. That's why I'm here. I want to shout out Sherry. I have gone to bed at night singing prayers for my lovely homegirl Sherry at Browns Fan Girl, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you guys. But I love the fact, Lou, when it's Friday and news has happened throughout the whole week, Lou comes with something new, something fresh. So hit me.
Hit me. Okay. Was it the second or third day when Mary Kay Cabot asked Todd Monken about the mini camp practices that week with the quarterback position?
I think it was like the second day.
Was the
She
second day?
waited till she let us, she did it, timed it perfectly, which I
She
think what you're going to touch on. She
yeah.
timed it perfectly that second
What
week.
what was Coach Monken's response was just like, can we get through the draft? Can we get through the draft? I mean, that's what he said. I mean, and here it is. Here it is. Yep. He knew Deshaun had something left to take. They're in shorts and helmets, man. So, but yes, thanks, Flex. Always final boss, Flex. So it's like that's when you get to the top level of Mortal Kombat. That's how you get to him. So final boss, Flex. But no, seriously, he just was like, he like couldn't believe it. He was like, wait a second. Can we? So her motivation was to plant that seed. Then she puts out this story, and I'm not denying that she didn't have a source tell her that. But I'm guessing the source was not a football person. It was like it could have been anybody from the building saying, "Oh, Deshaun looked
Yes.
great. He's got the inside track." Well, Deshaun has the experience, yes, but he also barely played since 2020, and he's been injured a lot since 2020. So if he does, we'll see. If he doesn't, if he doesn't. But do you see what I'm saying is that nobody else remembered that. I'm like, why did she ask that when you had 4 picks? You had 5 picks in the first 2 rounds of the draft. 5, 4 of them in the second round, and all 4 of those prospects you drafted were considered first round talents. Actually, the 3 last year that we had in the first 2 rounds were considered first round talent. So in the last 2 years, this team drafted first round talents in the first 2 rounds of a draft when they didn't have any first or second round picks in 22 and 23. They had a second round pick in 24, who was Michael Hall Jr., who's kind of worked his way back from injury. But
Yes.
he looked good when he played. And he had that suspension too in his rookie year. So we'll
Yes.
see. But he looked like he was a hit. It looked like that. It was a good pick.
It was a good pick. It was a good pick.
He was young too when he was drafted. So I mean, you're talking like a lot of catching up from missing draft picks was done. To me, that's what I looked at when I saw that because I remember last week we did the watch party and we got off and we think, okay, they're done picking. Well, they traded back into the 3rd round, and I just looked at my wife on the couch. So I'm not going back on the pod. I'm just gonna, I'll play it out. It was
Yes, I
they
saw
drafted a
that when
depth.
I
Yeah,
left. Yeah, when I
yeah.
saw that when I left. Yeah.
It was Austin Barber, which he's a good pick. Yeah, I gotta pull up who the draft picks are because the Taylon
I'll
Green
pull it
is
up for you.
Taylon Green's being talked about. He was a 6th round pick. Let me. I'm pulling it up right now. I got the Browns app up. I should
Okay.
have my research done already, guys.
That's
But
a You've got
but
a
Mary
family
Kay,
here.
we're in the middle of drafting people, and that setup practice. Okay, think about this. This was completely voluntary, super early. It's April. We're like 3 months away from training camp even starting at that point. That was like the week, the Monday and Tuesday before the draft. And I had 2 practices, 2 or 3 practices, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the draft. Had a couple practices in shorts and helmets.
Shorts and helmets. Not
Not
even
even,
that.
didn't even have the new rookies coming in, the undrafted free agents or draft picks coming in yet. Nothing like that. You didn't have a lot of people there, so they were just working on some things. And it was a practice. It was a serious practice. I'm not saying it wasn't. But it's way too early.
It's way too early.
The
And
word
yes.
the word that I heard describing what she did, and Mary Kay should know better, and I'm surprised she didn't. She did this was tabloid.
It was beneath her.
Yeah.
It
And
was
shot,
I was shocked.
you were shot. When
I
heard
was
that, I'm
shocked by
like,
her. I was kind of shocked. I didn't, someone pointed out, I did not, and I'm going to say, I'm going to make sure you know that this is not my words, but someone pointed out that and they showed the ads that this maybe, she kind of did the same thing with Kenny Pickett,
yes. Yeah, it's kind of, but not quite as much. But yeah,
not quite as bold.
yeah.
Um, I first of all, Deshaun is more experienced. So some things he should be crispy on. Okay? Like I've always said this, and I tweeted Shador this. An oak tree starts off as an acorn. So yes, this is his beginning of his sophomore year. Okay, Shador is supposed to know some certain skills by now. There are some things that Deshaun should do better than Shador. Okay, so what she said wasn't really that Deshaun is supposed to lead in some things, in some areas. Okay? Shador is in the right place. They're where they're supposed to be. Dylan and furthermore, this is the off season. You're in shorts and baseball caps. You're supposed to work out the kinks. Okay? Chill. Everyone needs to chill.
Well,
Okay.
ESPN Cleveland was posting stats, like completions and
Yeah.
interceptions and stuff. It's like I'm like shaking my head, going,
And if I was Haslam and if I was JW, I would say no leaks. I'm talking the janitor, the cafeteria lady. You know, I could see her talking to somebody to feel important. You know, the water boy, no
Adam
leaks.
Sandler.
You know, don't talk to anybody because loose lips sink contracts. You know what I mean? Words matter. Like in the going back to the Varela Rossini, you know, that's the story that's not it's not about, that story is not about sex. It's about tampering. And I don't know if the Patriots are going to brush that under the rug, but it's
Well,
about
that
words
rumor was
matter.
he's going to resign and Mike Tomlin will come in.
You think that's what everyone's saying, but then we see that Mike Tomlin signed. They're announcing him as a contract on TV.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hmm.
They're
I
hoping
just
the
don't
Ra-
see
they're ho-
him.
they're
I don't
hoping the
see Mike
Ravens
as on
will
TV
go.
though. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I don't see Mike as a person on TV. I just don't.
We'll see.
I
mean,
know. I just,
I'll have to watch and tell you, but I'm really. But back to it. I got the draft picks up here.
okay.
They had, which everybody is saying, all the experts, everybody is saying, you're talking about one of the best draft classes here. I mean, the Jets had a good draft. I think the Giants did too. But you're even people in our division, like Baltimore's guy, was like, wow, they did a really good job over
Hmm.
the last
We
2
picked
years.
the best people available. We really did. We really did.
Well, let's start out. Their first, they were 6. They traded back, got some more draft capital, traded down 3 spots. Still could have traded more, but then they took the guy they wanted at 6 anyway, but they got a little bit more value for him. Spencer Fano at 9.
Hmm.
Fantastic. We got him. Great. Then they had the pick from the Jacksonville trade last year, which was 24th. They took KC Concepcion. Good. We needed a receiver. We needed receivers, but he wasn't the biggest guy. He wasn't. His. It's like. So they took. We were surprised. We were watching this live. At 39th pick, the second round, they took Denzel Boston, which they complement each other perfectly. Each other's strengths and weaknesses complement each other perfectly. So they just completely upgraded. Well, if you look at what they did in the offseason with the trades and free agency acquisitions, and they drafted a left tackle, they drafted that center as well from Alabama, who's undersized. So they got him, I want to say 5th round. So they drafted a center as well. So here, I'm gonna keep here. But the steal of the draft everybody was talking about was Emmanuel McNeil Warren, which I think Hemi was on here with us. He couldn't believe we got him at I'm trying to think. 58th. He was projected first round in the 20s,
Wow.
and we got him. Denzel Boston was projected in the first round in the 20s.
Oh, wow.
So Fano was the best tackle in the draft, according to all the experts. And we got two of the top. We have a very deep receiver class this year, so we got two of the better receivers at the top end that were considered first round talents at the very least. Concepcion was so we got him. So then, and Austin Barber was a little bit surprised for a third round pick, but he was a developmental swing tackle guy. You got depth. You can't really rely on DeJuan because he's been hurt a lot. I hate to say it. I like him. I wish he succeeds, but he's been hurt a lot. Parker Brailsford, that's who it was, the tackle from Alabama, and he was a fifth round pick, 146. Parker Brailsford. I'm happy with that. Justin Jefferson, the linebacker from Alabama, they're back-to-back Alabama. Another very good pick. You think about this too. They had 10 draft picks. 8 of them were on offense. Look at the trades and free agent signings on offense. They had maybe 2 free agent signings on defense. One of them was Devin Bush's replacement. The other one, I want to say, well, Ronnie Hickman, they timed him. But they addressed area needs because they couldn't let Hickman walk. But Hickman's probably not going to be here next year because he signed his tender. And Grant Delpit could be extended, but he's on the last year.
Yes, we need to keep him. We need to. Oh, yes.
Then you drafted this guy too, which puts you in a better position at the safety. Puts you in a better position at the safety position. I should say.
Yes. Awesome. I think, and I do believe that it was. I talked to my son about the quarterback. He talked about he's very physical. So overall, it was another consecutive years of good drafts. Talon.
Talon Green, the quarterback from Arkansas. Well, before Talon Green, we took tight end from Cincinnati, Joe Royer.
Now him, I don't know about.
Very athletic, very good,
Okay.
very athletic guy. Then Talon Green was a 6th round pick. He was picked 182 out of Arkansas. 6'6", 240 pounds. Big boy.
Okay.
And then the
So
last pick,
medically, what was he to say his height again?
6'6".
6'6".
6'4",
Okay.
6 inches.
So we need to just watch his knees, watch his body weight. Make sure we need to make sure to get the O line. I don't want him scrambling so much. I want him to have time. I want him to get a chance to get some experience too.
Yeah, he might do like gimmick, like Wildcats, 4 sneaks, stuff like that.
Okay.
Carson Ryan through the year. Carson Ryan, BYU tight end, was taken last. This is our last pick in the 7th round. He was picked
Okay.
48. So that rounds it off. So 8 out of the 10 draft picks were offense. Trade for the right tackle. The guards and centers were all free agency signings. And Spencer Fano was a draft pick, completely rebuilt the offensive line. You're seeing Jenkins was re-signed as well. Hickman was brought back on a tender, and Quinton Williams from the Jets was signed to replace Devin Bush. And we drafted Emmanuel McNeil Warren, EMW they call him, who's going to be a very good safety. He's one of the best players in the draft, and he was in the 2nd round. He played at Toledo, is the reason why that happened. So you have him, and then
That's great. Toledo.
It's one of those things. It's like, guys, wow, we had another good draft. We had 2 in a row. That's why I hear people like, oh, we're going to screw it up. I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm like, we didn't screw it up last year. Oh yeah. Like I had yesterday I was at the corporate job. I had a Cavaliers fleece on, and they beat the Raptors in Game 5 by 5 points. And the guy's like, I'd be embarrassed to wear that shirt. I'm like, why? They won. He's like, well, they didn't play well enough. I'm like,
What? They won.
Yeah, it's like that's you know what they call almost losing? Winning. You know what they call almost winning? Losing. Yeah, we almost always win. You ever see that T-shirt when people wear these T-shirts as "Factory of Sadness"? I'm gonna smack you for wearing that. Stop it, guys. We're not losers.
It's-
I'm gonna, go ahead. I'm gonna leave
Did
the
you see the
other
late? I watched the Lakers the other day. They lost. They lost against the Rockets, and they were tired. It's a strenuous sport, man. They are tired. It is. You go. I want to tell people you go out there. You know.
Well,
Um, oh
everybody
my
does.
goodness, the
Everybody
season
does.
is
I know
long.
what play to
Pounding your
call.
knees.
I know what play to call. I know all that other stuff.
What is the Cavs started yet?
Oh yeah, let me see what the score is now. Now I am here.
Let me check on my aviators.
Yeah, check on your aviators. They are down by 11 with 427. They're down 80 to 69 with 427. It's on Amazon Prime, so they're losing.
Who's losing?
The Cavs by 11. They're
Oh
down 80
my
to
God.
69 in the third quarter. There was about it's 81-69, 427.
Only single tonight.
All right, I'm not sure what we got here, but guys, let's do this for a minute here. Just think about this, because you had this drama with Mary Kay, which caused a big stir, gave stuff for people to talk about. There's not much to talk about this week. The draft happened. Next weekend, you got the mini camp. Rookies coming in. You could talk about that, but there's not much going on. There's not going to be a lot going on, basically until training camp.
Yeah.
Between now and training camp, there's not.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a lot of rumors, a lot of innuendo, a lot of other
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But yeah, what I don't actually get this or understand this at all.
Yeah.
About let me see. Hold on, somebody.
Someone messaging you?
Wait a second. They're winning. They're winning. They're winning. They're winning. Go Jalen. Okay.
I'm talking about the Cavs.
Is that on the Cavs? They're winning. They're winning. They're winning. Go Jalen. They trying to troll me? Y'all trying to troll me here?
Maybe some of the aviators.
Oh, is it the Aviators? Is that what?
Maybe some of the aviators.
Yeah, you gotta
The
be more
aviators are
specific.
at halftime, I think.
Are they winning?
The aviators are halftime, and I'm looking now.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
No, people send me stuff when they know I'm on the air.
That's when everyone wants to call you.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you sent me money. Thank you.
Oh, no one will ever do that. No one will ever do that. Yes.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. The
Hold on a second. Let me try something. So okay, let's go ahead and talk about this too, because a lot of people don't understand. Okay, what's going on right now and what's happening. Yesterday was a groundbreaking ceremony for the new stadium. First thing everybody wants, are we going to get a Super Bowl?
Oh, one more thing. Update. I think that Jalen was referring to the Aviators. Aviators 21, Gamblers 10. They're
Oh,
winning
nice.
in Columbus. Yes. Thank you, Jalen. I think you're referring to the Aviators. Thanks.
It was 314 Gemini.
314 Gemini. Okay.
Yeah, 314 Gemini. Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Sabrina.
Is that Sabrina?
So she's also known as Sabrina too.
Not the teen witch? Hey,
Not the teen
Sabrina.
witch.
I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
I'm a Gemini.
Thank you,
You're both
Sabrina,
born in
314
June.
Gemini. We're
Yes.
gonna be
It's
hooking
always
up for
funny when
another
I tell
show.
people, say, I'm a Gemini, they go, ooh. They always like back off. I'm like, what? Like there's a
Yeah,
number
I don't have my
put together.
contacts in, and I'm too vain to wear my glasses.
You probably
So
think the
that's I
sun
couldn't
was
see what
about
you
you,
want.
don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start right here. They did the groundbreaking. They had this. They had the whole state. They did the pomp and circumstance with the ceremony, which happens anywhere. The NFL commissioner was there. The governor of Ohio was there. They immediately they go, "Well, is this going to get us a Super Bowl?" And the commissioner said the building it fits the requirements, but you need hotels. You need accommodations for 200,000 people to come into Cleveland. Are we there?
You broke up a little minute there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw it said reconnecting. Okay, so but we need accommodations for hotels for 200,000 people. So really, it's not. It would help, but you got to build up around it. You got to do that, and that's. I'm guessing that's part of the plan.
Okay.
The city and the residents will step up. Once we step up and do that, it should happen. It should happen. So, but he couldn't sit there and say, "Yep, I promise it." He can't do that. He
Yes.
can't do that. So that's one. Two. There were stories about ticket prices and everything else. David Jenkins, I believe his name is the president of Haslam Sports Group, said to Channel 8 in a report this morning, because they're talking about PSLs. They already got PSLs on sale. So if you want to get it. I'm a season ticket holder. I sit way up. I mean, I'm pretty much one of the regular guys that just sit up there. I don't pay a PSL now. And I told them in the survey, if I'm not paying a PSL now and I follow you to the new stadium, I shouldn't have to pay a PSL there. And I'm not the only one that said that. And guess what? I think they heard, because he said 70%, 70% of the seating in the new stadium, the new Huntington Bank Field, the dome, will be general admission seating, which means you're not going to have PSL. So they're going to have 30% PSL seats, which will be premium seats. We'll probably have a lot of other amenities. That's going to be for people that can afford it.
Okay,
If you can
good.
afford it and you want to spend your money, hey, it's America. You can spend your money on whatever you want. Okay, as long as it's not illegal or hurting anybody. Okay, that's all I'll say that. Let me caveat with that. So, okay, we'll put that aside. So all the people, they're adding more parking because Brook Park wants more parking spots. You're going to have 10,000 parking spots, and you're going to have tailgating. You're going to have a big, huge video board outside of that stadium while tailgating. So people, if they want to go and watch the game, they could see it on the video board outside. Technically, you probably won't hear sound, but you'll see it. So I don't know if they'll have speakers or anything. I don't know. That I can't tell you. But you'll have the tailgating experience, which is they were cognizant of that. They knew a lot of it. I try to explain it to people, especially outside of Cleveland. It's not always about just the game. There's a lot of camaraderie with going to the games, hanging
Yes.
out, tailgating.
Yes, you have to have that in case you have. That's what it is. That's why people don't understand. Why do y'all love this team? Why do y'all love this team? It's because our moms and dads and grandpas did, and also because of the Muni lot. It's because of the tailgating. It's those memories of going on the Rapid station and the laughs and things like that. It's you have to make it when you have maybe not so great seasons. You've got to have fun during it. It has to be an event during it. And for me, it was barbecues and and other things going on around the
Grilling
football game.
bratwursts or burgers or whatever. Hanging out, having a few beers if you drink, or just
Yes, it was.
I've tailgated with Top Dog Tailgate. I've eaten food there. I've hung out with friends, lots of friends, made lots of friends, met a lot of great people. Spider, First Lady, great people, all of them,
And then the win was just the cherry on top.
Yeah. When they win, it's even better. It's cool. But I've met a lot of great people. And a lot of it has to do with it. So that experience is going to be there too. It's just going to be different. It's not going to be the same because it's not going to be the same. So don't worry. Things in life change. Okay,
It gets changed.
things change. It could be for good. I also saw the sign when they were like doing the dig and everything. And it said, "Cleveland, we deserve this."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go all the way back to 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was 22 years old and in college. Okay, I remember what happened in November of '95 when it was announced that Art Modell was moving the team to Baltimore. The day before we were voting on renovating the municipal stadium. The news broke over that weekend. The actual announcement happened Monday in Baltimore. Okay? We were voting the next day. The mayor of Cleveland came out, was pissed, livid, said, we have to pass this, and we have to prove that we were hospitable to try to keep this team. Plus, he was stuck to a lease agreement. The courts weren't going to let him leave. It wasn't the Art Modell law. So what happened was, he agreed, if you let me move the team, I'll leave the name, history, and the colors
The colors.
in Cleveland. I'll start fresh in Baltimore. The league negotiated this between the city of Cleveland and Art Modell. We, in return, that vote passed, the syntax extension passed by 80-20. Okay, so the fans showed up and voted to keep the stadium and keep the team. That turned into this new stadium we have now. And that started. They had to tear it down and build it up, and they had to design it and do all that planning from 1996 till July of 1999.
That's not long at all.
No, and it was done in a rush. We were given the expansion team, okay? We were given the expansion franchise in September of 1998 with owners Al Lerner and Carmen Policy, that ownership group, the Lerner ownership group. They had 10 months to put the team together.
Where did those players come from?
They thought they did what it was amazing. That team won 2 games. That team was awful, hard to watch the first 2 years. Butch Davis came in, they won 7 games, took them to the playoffs the second year. The next 2 years they weren't that good, and he quit. Okay, so how did we get there? Well, in 1995, before then, in 1989. We passed the syntax to build Jacobs Field and Gund Arena, which is now Rocket Arena and Progressive Field. Built 2 new facilities for the teams. Didn't do anything for the Browns. Okay, they could have went to Modell. They could have put together a plan and said something. I don't know what happened. I don't know where that was. So that's when Modell started looking. And when he lost the Indians in the municipal stadium because they were tenants, he lost their concession revenue. And he basically took over the running of the stadium to keep the Indians from leaving for all those years. Then they leave. They don't help him. The stadium's falling apart. We need to do something. That place was a dump, to be honest with you. It was an absolute dump. So these were bureaucratic idiots. And people were arguing and squabbling in '94. Oh, we can't build it. Art Modell should pay for it himself. And taxpayer money. Where do we care about building new stadiums for teams? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, you heard the same stupid shit I heard now. Okay, then, well, like when in 1989 when the syntax passed 51-49, because if we didn't pass that, the Indians were moving anyway. The Major League Baseball commissioner said we're moving the team if you don't build a new ballpark. Honestly, that's what happened. So they did it, and they brought the Cavs. They did that. They didn't include if they would have included the Browns with that. The Browns in 1989 were the toast of the town. They won like 4 out of the last 5 years. They were division champions, and they were within a whisker of going to a Super Bowl twice.
Belichick was our coach.
Not '89. It was Bud Carson. Belichick
Bud
became
Carson.
the coach after 1990.
Okay.
But I was just making a point saying that if we would have done that and Art Modell would have never left, things would have been different. They could have built this thing a long time ago.
Go.
They were
Yeah.
bureaucratic idiots.
Yeah.
Guys, we fought like hell. I remember, because back then it wasn't social media and hashtags. You didn't have that in 95.
It was word of mouth. It was Channel 8 news.
It
It
was
was,
calling, it was faxing, and it was writing letters.
yes.
And the NFL had it was just never in the history of sports has a fan base fought to keep their team and win.
And I lived here in St. Louis, guys. I witnessed it over again. Guys, I'm from Cleveland and moved to St. Louis in '05. I went through this trauma again here in St. Louis. And St. Louisans still, to this day, can't even say the word Cronky. The pain this town feels towards Cronky is still palpable. It's still palpable. These people in here in St. Louis fought for their team, and people don't know the story. My son made a video. If you want to know how St. Louis guys fought for their team, go to YouTube. And my son made a really good video under Josh the Rue, and because a lot of people don't know the saga of how the fans here in St. Louis fought. And always remember, St. Louis tried to fight for their team. But go to Josh LaRue, Josh LaRue on YouTube, St. Louis Josh LaRue. You'll find it on YouTube. He made a 2-part video about it. And St. Louis tried and did not succeed in keeping their team. And the way Kroenke did it was horrible. The way he did it was horrible. He poisoned the product first. Had kept a mediocre Coach Fisher and around, and then wonder why people don't come to the games. And then, oh, I guess I gotta move. This is not a football team. And people still went to these games. They were just as dedicated as Brown fans, tailgating at the crack of dawn and whatever. But they did not succeed. Browns fans were the only fans that succeeded in keeping their team. Yeah.
We did. And people want to hang their head and kick rocks. Well, we got dealt a raw deal.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We suffered for 2 decades at least. The last 5 years, I'm talking 6 years ago, 2020, we made the playoffs. 23, we made the playoffs. In 2020,
Mm-hmm.
So we had 2 playoff appearances in 5 years with a playoff win. That's kind of relevant, but it's not nearly as bad as people think. The last 2 years, the 3-win season in 24 and the 5-win season last year. The last 2 years, yeah, you could say that, but we had a winning record going from in the 2020s going into 2024.
And
So here we
2
are,
years later, they won a Super Bowl. They won a Super
Who
Bowl.
did?
Baltimore.
Rams?
The Baltimore.
It took them 4 years.
4 years, 4 years.
4
Okay.
years. It took them 4 years.
4
And
years
if you want to
later.
know how that happened, Art Modell had to sell the team. He had
Yeah.
a deal where he sold most of the team, like a percentage of it, to get the money to be able to bring in the players for
Mm-hmm.
that championship team. He ended up having to sell 99% of it.
It's like when your partner divorces you and ends up with somebody worse.
But
You know what I mean?
he had to sell his team anyway. He ended up
Uh-huh.
selling his team after all that bullshit
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So there's his side, there's Cleveland's side, and there's the truth. The truth is he did sell his team. after
Art
doing it.
Modell and
And
Kroenke
he did win
forever.
that championship. Yes, he did, but he didn't do it. He did it with Ozzie Newsome as the GM,
Mm-hmm.
and he did it after he was able to free up money by selling. By making that deal with Biscotti. Now, we'll have to see how Baltimore is, but that was my point. Here is a chance, because that stadium was built on that same spot, horrible area, the cursed ground, what people want to call. You have a chance to start fresh somewhere else. That happened in 1994. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull up the Wikipedia page of the Cleveland Guardians. I'm gonna do that. While we keep talking, and basically from 1954 to 1994, that's 4 decades, 40 years. The Indians have not even sniffed the postseason. Okay, if 94 was the strike year.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians team. See if I can get to the Wikipedia page.
I thought they've sniffed the postseason recently since I've lived
No,
here.
I'm talking from 54 to 94.
Okay.
54 to 94. I'm going to go over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to go over what they've done since 1994. Okay, let's see. Titles. They won the World Series twice in their history, 1920 and 1948. They won the pennant in 1995, 1997, and 2016. Before that, they won it in 1920, 1948, 1954. Okay. American League Central Division Championships. I am counting. Let me just go. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 13 division championships.
Mm-hmm.
13 since 1995. Since 1994 when they opened the gates at Jacobsville. 13. Last one was in 2025. And they came back from 15 and a half games down in July.
Yes,
The
I.
Tigers. That was historic. That's never been done
Historic.
since baseball has been, okay?
That
They
was
had two other
amazing.
wild card berths. So they had 15 postseasons in the last 32 years. When they went 40 years without having anything close to that.
Wow.
Okay? So they had
That's
3
crazy.
pennants, 15 division titles, and 2 wild card berths in that period of time. You think maybe moving might have did them a pretty good thing. And they were within a whisker twice of winning a World Series in 2016 and 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I remember the same people, oh, the team sucks, why bother? Really? Look at what this team's doing now with the draft. Look at you could almost see the strategy and the thought process of it, guys. We deserve nice things. We deserve a good team. We deserve the best stadium in the NFL because we are the best fans in the NFL because we are the most loyal fans in the NFL. If you listen, you put on Pittsburgh podcasts or you listen to Pittsburgh call-in shows, they're starting to sound a lot like Browns fans now. They are. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding, brother. I mean, yeah. I was listening to a podcast the first round. They were embarrassed because they were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon and they're about to draft him, but the Eagles traded up with Dallas to take him. And his agent said to him, "Hey, the Eagles are on the phone. They're going to pick you." He's like, "What? Like what? Well, he's like, okay." He hung up with Pittsburgh. Hello. That's exactly how it happened. Could you imagine if that was on national television? It was the Browns. All
They
the
will be.
jokes and all the ridicule and all this.
Oh
and
my
that.
goodness! But it's just swept under the rug. It's gone. The story is
The
gone.
story's gone with Pittsburgh, but the Pittsburgh fans were pissed, and they didn't like the pick they took. They took a tackle, which the guy could be good. I mean, the guy might be good. I don't know.
Poor,
they-
poor guy.
That was like
Poor
their
guy.
third tackle in the
He'll
last
be
5
forever known. He
Well,
can't.
another
He
thing with
can't do
Pittsburgh-
anything wrong.
Well, the other thing with Pittsburgh too, and Hayden and Harrison pointed this out on their podcast. Going back to last time since they won a playoff game, it's been over 10 years. It's been about 10 years. Okay. Out of their first 2 round draft picks, they've only extended 2, and I think it was Freiermuth, and you're talking 20 players. Freiermuth and T.J. Watt. That's it. So they're really not hitting on their early draft picks.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's just.
I
what's
never
happening-
thought I'd
what's-
see the day. The Jets and the Browns made more sense. This I don't know what they're doing.
But then again, you got Baltimore too. New coach.
Did the Pittsburgh even get a quarterback?
They picked Drew Aller in the 3rd round.
Okay, yeah, that is
Yeah,
right.
And,
Okay.
and he's probably going to be a developmental project type of guy. They got Will Howard too. So we'll see what comes of that. But it looks like Aaron Rodgers is coming back.
We'll
So
see.
We'll have
That's
to
the
see
story.
how it goes. We will have to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my point. Was that the grass isn't always greener somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
The grass is greener where you water it. We, as a fan base, deserve this. We should
Yeah,
enjoy it when it comes.
it's time. It's time.
Yes, it's going to
It's
be a
time.
wonderful time. Am I saying that because with these great drafts, because what they're doing is they're building up the team, and they're thinking if they build up a good team, they get a quarterback that's good enough, like a Sam Darnold, good enough. They could do what Seattle did, and that's winning. If you're trying to just keep sucking and getting rid of players to try to get that star franchise quarterback, those guys don't grow on trees. And just because you have a top 5 pick doesn't mean you're going to have one.
And
Josh Allen
Todd
was.
wants to win. Todd is old. Todd wants to win.
Did you hear
He's
what he
not.
said at the groundbreaking?
Yes.
Like, are you going to jump in the dog pound after that? He goes, you
Yes.
bet your ass I will. You're welcome.
And the nurse in me is like, no, you'll break a hip.
Yeah. I don't think he
Oh,
cares.
Todd, you'll break a hip.
Yeah.
No, I was impressed with his.
Cavs were down by 8, 96 to 88 with 7:52.
Okay,
in
how
the
many?
fourth
How many?
quarter.
How much time is left?
7:52 in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
There's time. There's time. Let's
Uh,
see if they make it late.
Aviators scored a field goal,
Yeah.
24-10.
Okay. Do I feel better about this team now than I did 2 years ago? Yeah, I do. Then last year, yeah. My thing is this. I don't. I think it's way too early to determine who the starting quarterback is. I think they want to have
Of
a good
course.
idea or have them picked by training camp or early training camp. That's fine. My thing, and I'm going to say this: Deshaun Watson sucked in 2024. He had 2 Achilles tears. After that shoulder injury in 2023, he wasn't throwing the ball the same, and he hasn't really played a lot of football since we signed him in March of 2021. Okay? Or March of 2022, excuse me, 2022.
Yes.
So it's been 4 years since we signed him. It was a big swing and a big miss. The money wasn't what hurt us. The cap hit wasn't what hurt us because they were able to navigate that. What hurt us was the missing draft picks. And you're seeing in the last 2 years Barry make up for it. Really.
We haven't even. Oh, and we haven't even picked. There haven't even been a public training camp. The summer hasn't even barely started yet. We haven't even had summer
Today's May
solstice
1st.
yet.
Today's May
Mary Kay.
1st. Yeah, today's May 1st. It was before even the draft. I'm like, it's way too early.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think I want to say she was doing it for engagement because it is her job to get people to follow her and watch her content, which I'm fine with that. But
And another thing too, people have to understand the timing. This was, if you think about it, this was recently after their Cleveland.com AI imagery bomb. People didn't like it where the AI image was singing the article or whatever. You know what I mean? That they didn't people didn't like that. So I really think most of this was, creating controversy. Anytime you say anything with Shador creates engagement. One of the biggest videos I released was when I talked to him about, asking him about his father and Father's Day and things like that. When he was coming off of his ticket scandal, that was one of my biggest videos ever. And so, yeah, so I really think that it really was part of it was engagement. I do want to go into the crossroads that Shiloh is in.
I don't want to even dignify what he said. I
Yeah,
don't really want to. Because
yeah,
it's-
yeah. I
it's-
do.
it's
I
just
do. Yeah, it is kind of like
really,
I
dude.
was uncomfortable with him. What he said, and I knew it. I know it's got to be hard. He loves his brother, but it's got to be hard right now for him. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because it gets frustrating when you're dealing with media people all the time. Like you think about it, why did he drop to the 5th round last year? There's all these BS rumors from the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
and he seems like a good kid. He won.
Why hasn't that leaked?
Yeah.
Like his interview. What is, if that really was true? Why hasn't that? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of side eyeing that story. I really am. You know, um, everything is at a crossroads right now.
It
With
is. Shador's very young.
mm-hmm,
He's got a lot. He's got a long way to go.
mm-hmm,
Could he be the guy? I think he has. I think this is me, just being a fan and being observant and watching what I've watched. I've been to every home game since 2023.
mm-hmm,
The guy that gives us the best chance to win should start at quarterback.
mm-hmm.
And on the roster, who's on there now, based on what I've seen since then and what I see when I watch, is Shador Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Just right now, where we're at, sitting here today on May 1st, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
September 1st, when we're here 4 months later, yes, we could have a different conversation. It might be completely different. We might have preseason games. We might have that. Taylor Green, I mean, Deshaun Watson could be on the roster, but not active on game days.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea. I mean, yeah, there's shorts and helmets and they're throwing the ball. I mean, it just doesn't mean shit. I'm sorry, guys, it doesn't.
And Lou, I gotta tell you this. There's two men in my life, you and my boyfriend, and both of y'all have never steered me wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's true.
For the
It's
record,
true.
I am
You
not
never
married.
steered me wrong.
For the record,
You
I'm
giving
not
me
married.
advice off the camera, and both of y'all have never steered. My boyfriend and you have never steered me wrong. And if you say that Shador
That's just
gives
my
us the
opinion.
best year,
That's just
I
what Me
believe.
being observant of what I've seen. I'm just basing my
Exactly.
opinion on what I've seen. It
Exactly.
doesn't mean shit because it's Coach Todd Monken's call. It is.
It is. And I trust that's another man that I trust will never
Well,
steer me wrong.
we got to give him a chance. He's just starting out. And the thing is, somebody pointed this out too. You're going to have a lot of rookie and second-year players in key positions on offense. It could take a couple weeks. It could take some time for this offense to start clicking. And keep in mind, if we have an average offense this year, because our offense was either 30th, 31st, or 32nd.
That's
We have a-
another thing.
we have a
Yes. I
mid-level
don't want
offense
him.
with this defense, mid-level. We could win 8-9 games. It's not. We won 5 last year. And
I
there's a
don't
couple-
want him go with an O line that
And
leaves
good
him
special teams,
exposed.
yeah.
Leaves him exposed like a training bra with holes in it. You know, you don't want a rookie. You don't want a rookie and a sophomore. You don't want a rookie quarterback or a sophomore quarterback with an O line that's like a training bra with holes in it. No support at all. You don't want that. So you would try to, if Deshaun showed any light, you would put Deshaun out there if you could. I trust Monken to make that call. I trust Monken to make that call. Because Monken wants to win. That guy wants to win. And when we start clicking, that guy is going to be a puddle
go.
of tears.
Quick score update: Raptors 96, Cavaliers 93. 6 minutes 11 seconds left.
We got time. We can do this.
Oh,
We got
we're
time.
down 3 with over half of a quarter to play.
Okay. Oh, let's do
let's-
this.
Yeah. So let's
hit
I'm
some
just gonna-
threes. Let's hit some
Sometimes when I
threes.
don't pay attention, they do better. So,
Let me look at.
we talked Cavs. We talked some Aviators. We talked that because they're winning right now. You said, and
Mm-hmm.
we did a lot of Browns talk and a lot of discussions here. But guys, this whole negative hang your head mentality, that's not me. And I'm not going to just stir up bullshit because somebody was trying to say, well, Myles Garrett wasn't at the groundbreaking. Myles Garrett wasn't at the voluntary practice. So
Myles Garrett has a girlfriend in his life now.
fiance, they're engaged.
Fiance.
They're
If I
engaged.
had a fiance that was a ski tournament, and I'm trying to also, when you marry someone that's Korean, you're also you got to also get to know their culture.
Their
You get to
families.
know their family.
There's only
He's
2 players, I think, right? There was 4 people from football said. Andrew Berry was there, Todd Monken, Carson Schlesinger, and Denzel Ward.
That is fine. And like I tweeted, I
Jerry
said
Jeudy
Miles can
wasn't
show
there.
up. Miles
Quinshon
can show
Judkins
up
wasn't
Labor
there.
Day.
Yeah. Shador
Miles can
Sanders
show up
wasn't
Labor Day.
there. What's that?
Miles can show up Labor Day in flip flops with a Lucy out of his mouth and will be fine and still
Well,
get 2.5
Well,
sacks.
yeah, I think they're saying. Well, I saw a New York Times headline saying, is it time to trade him?" No, you don't have the way they sound. If you pay attention to the way Todd Monken sounds, they're trying to win. They're not trying to tank. They're not going to tank and try to get his franchise quarterback because they're taking the philosophy. Let's put pieces around. Let's get good players. And if they get a guy like, say, like Shador, and he turns out to be above average at quarterback, good, or even really good or very good. I mean, if he turns out to be good and above average, like plays like a second round quarterback, okay, a starter that can get you wins. But if you have a really good team around him, he won't lose the game for you. You might have something there, like the Sam Darnold of last year, and the Sam Darnold in Minnesota. So build that team up. Build the team up. That's what they're doing. And I hope you
Yes.
guys are here for guys, it's the journey. It's the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey. And that's what's important. So I appreciate all of you. Posh, go ahead, keep going. I'm about to play the Take It Home.
Was Tom Brady's career was not a meteoric rise. It was gradual. It was slow, gradual. It was
2 years.
building. You can't expect our quarterback to be the same way. You can't expect Shador to be
Of course.
you know.
Hey guys, thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Thank you guys so much for the support for the Stu Spark Analytics. We'll be back here next Friday night, and we'll be talking. We got rookie minicamp to talk about. Okay, we'll have some football stuff to talk about.
All right.
Posh, thank you as always. Flex, thank you, and Sabrina, thank you.
Thank
Everybody
you.
that-
We want
everybody
for
that likes,
Gemini.
share, subscribe. Thank you. We love you guys. Go Browns.
Go Aviators.
Go Aviators. Go Aviators. Let's see. Should be ending.